What's going on, guys? Kivox and Meekachii here. We're doing a wand review together.
Ishoni.
Don't know what that means.
Together.
Together, I figured. Anyway, we're back in
August of 2020.
Hey, shut your mouth. You shut your
no.
mouth when you're talking to me.
People have been waiting so long.
So August. So yeah, we're going to get through some wands today. We're going to show them off and talk about them a little bit. First one was submitted by Megan. Yeah,
I like
Megan.
the story behind this one.
Yeah.
So she made it for a friend, and they met at Olive Garden. So she doesn't know if her friend named the wand, but she would have named it Breadstick, which is kind of cute.
Bratstock.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which I don't know if it's like German, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Sounds German. I like it. I think it's I'm gonna make it big here. Hold on, let's pop it over.
It's
here.
very like organic looking.
It's very crude. Like it's very rough around the edges. I'm not sure what the thing in the middle is here. This little
that line. It's
little
like
line. Is it just like cut up? I really like the braid on the actual handle itself. I think that if you weathered the handle a little bit, it'll probably get weathered if she's actually like carrying around or moving it or whatever. But weathering it a little bit would make it sit with the rest of it, because the wrap is very neat and it's very clean. And you know how I feel about clean things.
No.
I hate them.
What? I'm very clean.
I hate clean things. That's my point. No, you know what I mean. It's just like if you want it to make
you want it to look weathered.
You want it to look weathered, you know? Like if you ask Adam Savage, he's all about just making everything look dirty. And I agree. I think it's you need that extra 10%. I always talk about the 10%. That's that 10%. And otherwise it's fine. It's good. It's, you know, it's not the best, but it's good.
Better than I could do.
Yeah, I mean that's not really saying much though. So like so just guys, okay? So if you guys want to submit your wands, make sure to send them over to newwandsday@gmail.com. I haven't said that in a while. Also, you got to send it in this aspect ratio 16:9. Makes it a lot easier to pop it up on the screen. These were nice. I could pop them up on the screen and we could be this little window thing. It works out perfectly, but definitely do that.
You just gotta make sure the picture's clear too, because we come across some pictures that you physically can't see the wand because they're so blurry.
Yeah.
So
a good idea is
you can't really review them if you can't see them.
Taking the picture outside is always a good idea. In the sunlight, not at night, because that would defeat the purpose. But sunlight is always a good thing. You know, try not to put your feet into the picture, because I always make fun of people whenever they have their feet in there.
I'm totally guilty of that.
All right.
Pat, I made this wand for a fan fiction. The silvery filigree that covers the wand is a very special core from the antlers shed by a moon elk, which indeed, as his name implies, is pure white magical creature, while to some his antler core broke out of the wood. This actually came through the pores of the wood fibers and created the filigree you see. The wand has an opal in the pommel and has a doe skin wrap. I just got creeped out.
Why? Why? Because of the doe thing?
I'm so cringe. I'm sorry. It looks fine. It looks great, but
Well, here's one thing.
The description kills me.
Here's one thing. I wish you had turned on some more lights for the photo, because
I like the little fire underneath it, though.
But the less amount of less light you have, the harder the camera has focusing and getting a nice clear shot, because like it's a very blurry picture. Also, the aspect ratio is wrong, so I had to do some work to make it fit. So then it's even worse, because literally the wand is like this, and you took the picture this way, so there's all this empty space, which maybe you wanted to show off all of your
cool stuff,
witchy stuff. So you know, maybe that was part of the idea there. So the design, I love the lore. I think the lore is super cool.
Yeah.
All the filigree and stuff coming through because of the magic and the whatever.
It's cool.
The doe thing is kind of like
literally. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh at your wand, but it just like.
Yeah, you wouldn't let me. You wouldn't let me do that.
Hell no.
So like I'm basically not allowed to like almost. I mean, occasionally I will do something, but like I have to get permission to be able to use like real animal stuff.
No. I understand that antlers fall off naturally. I get that, but something about it being part of an actual animal creeps me out. And like
I think it's pretty cool.
Skin creeps me out. Like that's just me. It's just me. Maybe it's the vegetarian in me. I don't know. I get creeped out by stuff like that.
So design wise, I think it falls under like the branch style because it does look like it's. Again, I can't tell that much from the picture, but it looks like it's part of a branch.
What is that?
That's the opal.
The opal? Oh,
That's the opal.
I actually like that.
So
I like opals.
So it's a very blurry picture, so I can't really tell that much. It almost looks better from far away because it's less blurry. But if we zoom in too much, it's very hard to see. The shape of it is kind of weird because it doesn't really taper. It actually tapers where that little dip is, and then it gets fatter again, and then it tapers back down.
But it's very organic looking.
It looks like a branch. So that's one like downside of it is that it does look like a branch that was made into a wand, which some people really like that look. Personally, I don't usually go that route. I very rarely use branches for stuff. I will occasionally, but I have to have like a decent idea to do it.
I like the lore and I like the idea and I like the opal. I like the color, like the way some of the shininess comes through.
Yeah, I think that part of that, the skin wrap, why don't I just call it leather?
I guess
Doe
I think
leather.
that's what's bothering me.
Yeah, because
like if you called it leather, even though I know leather is skin, it wouldn't bother me.
Yeah,
as
like
much.
I don't have skin, I have leather.
Yeah,
you know, like
I think that wouldn't bother me as much. Thank you for pointing that out because I couldn't put my mind on, or my finger on like what was bothering me about that statement.
Yeah, this one we only have Jackson as the information. Let's see if there's there's another one here.
Sorry, I forgot the description.
There we go.
I actually like this wand.
There's two there.
Yeah. The wand is not my first, but is my favorite one I've made, and it's from hickory and is 14.5 inches, which is what I call a regal wand. The idea was that maybe it was used heavily in dueling, and such the handle has started to erode or damage from other wands. Oh, that's cool. And then the second one is hickory, 13.5 inches, and the idea for that one is that an explosive charm backfired or didn't work properly, catching the tip on fire.
All right.
So that's the second one. The black
No, this is the second one. So the black
the tip on fire would. Oh, I see.
So the first one, the one that is worn out from like obviously using and stuff. This one went the other route with the weathering.
Yeah.
He or Jackson weathered it a bunch. So I like that. It's a very classic traditional style. Would you call it? Where is it?
A regal one.
Regal, which it's basically the standard style. One thing that I would have done is the little polka dots on the end of basically the pommel part of it. If you had done more of them, I think it would have looked better, or made them a little bit bigger, or
irregular,
or more regular. If you only did that many the way that you did, if you had made a pattern with it as opposed to like either like a spiraling pattern all the way around or a uniform like square pattern where you have some running up and then some running across, or even a bunch running up.
If they wanted those based on weathering, I feel like weathering.
Well, those wouldn't be based on weathering. That wouldn't. It's just the paint. The painting rubbing off is the weathering, I believe, and some of the scratches. I think.
I legit thought that was like a Punisher symbol from like far away.
It kind of looks like a skull, yeah, like an upside down skull. So if you wanted like the dotted look, I think either some different sizes, or making it into a pattern where it is going straight up and then another row straight up next to it, maybe a little bit over. I think it would have made it look more. People don't realize that, like with dots and stuff, if they're not perfectly aligned, it makes them look weird. And if they are, if there isn't enough of them, it makes it look weird. So if you have less, you need to make some sort of pattern with it. And if you have a lot, like this one, you can see there's a lot. Right, so it makes it look like a texture as opposed to a bunch of stuff written on it, like that, because that's not really a pattern. And then the same thing falls under the other one. Like that's the only gripe that I have of either of these is the dots. But this one looks like you didn't actually drill the holes; you just polka dotted them with like a pen, with a Sharpie, marker or paint or something. Or maybe
like you could have gone in with like a Dremel or something, and like where you put those lines, like Dremeled them.
You know what? Maybe they did Dremel it a little bit, painted it, and then went back and sanded it off. And the only thing that was left was the divots. Can't tell if those are holes or not, but that's a way to do that style.
I like the lore, like not the lore really, but like the explanation of like what happened to the wands. And I think I like the black one a lot.
Yeah. Black is for classy stuff. It's always super nice. Yeah, it's that's the only thing.
But is that like silver? There's like a silver piece on it too. I didn't realize.
Yeah, it's just paint.
Yeah.
You're bad at colors.
Yeah.
It's just
we had a whole argument before this video.
There was a green wand that we were looking at, and she called it gold. And I'm like,
gold.
It was not. There was a little part on the handle that was like tan, so she thought that was gold. So she called the whole wand gold. It's like calling this wand gold.
That one looks like it has gold on the
No,
end.
it doesn't. It looks like it has wood, and it's mostly black.
All right, on to the next.
This one, my name is Bill.
Billy.
Excuse
me.
William.
Is that hot glue on the end?
Dude, I wish I had some more pictures. I don't know what these things are. It looks like leather.
Leather?
Maybe. Or like a bandage. Like, you know those Band-Aids?
Like you got a boo-boo.
No, like, you know, like the thing that ballerinas wear? Those like that mauve? No, not mauve. Moleskin?
No, moleskin, that's not what they wear.
Oh, I thought they wore it on their feet.
No, usually they put it on their shoes, I believe. I could be wrong.
So they put on their shoes, aren't they wearing the shoe? And therefore they're wearing the moleskin? Some people don't like these videos that I do because they're like, hey,
you're so mean.
You're so mean. So I'm just warning you, if you guys submit your stuff, I'm going to say what I like and what I...
constructive criticism.
Well, I am. You're kind of just judging them because you have no... Constructiveness. So again, these are my opinions, but it also, you know, I show off your guys' ones. It's just some of you guys enjoy it. But just understand, if you submit something and I find something that I think is kind of weird, I'll try to explain to you what I would have done in that situation, and hopefully that helps some of you guys. I don't know. If not, let me know that I'm wrong or whatever in the comments. YouTube loves the engagement, so feel free. All right, Meek. So what do you think about this one?
I like the color. I like
gold.
Pale wood.
Is it gold? Is this one gold too?
No, screw
purple.
you.
Is it purple? What color is it?
White.
Pale wood. Okay, so yeah, I like the pale wood, but I think it's missing a finish. It looks too dry.
I don't mind that. It looks kind of bony.
It does, but it still needs a finish. It still needs some sort of...
That's not what bothers me.
Nothing really bothers me. I guarantee you when you feel it, like here, feel this. See? It's nice and smooth, right? It makes it... Just that extra little finish just makes it feel higher quality, you know? That is a trick to make something that's not finished looking. Like, honestly, if I didn't finish these... they wouldn't look as good. Honestly, finishing them with like any sort of clear will help. I tend to stay away from the gloss though, like the high gloss, because one, it shows every little part of the wood. You'll get little weird highlights. A matte finish or a semi-gloss is usually the way I route. The way I would go.
Agree that I wish I saw like a different angle. Like I'm trying to figure out what's going on at the very end of it.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on at the guard there. Like that little guard that they got. Is it a piece of metal that they slid down?
I think
is it just painted?
Thicker part of the wood that's painted.
Is it just painted?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it a staple that just goes over the thing? Like here's the wand and it just goes like this and it's just stapled into the thing, into the table. Is that a table?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. It's nothing bad really to say about it besides the fact that we can't see the
It looks very long. They don't say how long it is, but it looks long.
They also don't give us any other information besides Billy.
I'm currently having this wand I designed commissioned, but I had to change the wood type because Allevans was not able to hand carve Applewood. They say it is a very challenging wood type to manipulate. Would you say the same? I really like that design.
Me too.
It's really, I don't normally like stuff like that, I would say, but it's done well. I really like it. Applewood with phoenix feather core, 12.25 inches, supple flexibility. So this is jean.
All right. So first of all, the ratio, F you with that ratio, you messed it up. It is not correct, but I do like the picture. A couple things.
I think it's drawn very well, and like it's that you could almost see the texture, the way they did the coloration.
Yeah, no, the drawing is amazing. It's a very nice job. It's not a very difficult shape to get. The hardest part would be the pommel itself. I honestly, it's on the verge of being a little gaudy, but I think it's actually really good. It's on the verge of being gaudy is, I think, an excellent place to be. If it's just like there's almost too many colors, but there isn't because they're natural plant colors, right? So that pale pink, that light green, and then the wood like bark color on the handle, perfect. And then that yellow of the actual blade and guard kind of find themselves in part of that green and part of that pink. So it blends together, and it actually is a very nice design. Now that pommel is 100% the most difficult part of this whole wand. The rest of it fairly simple, but that pommel would be hard. And depending if you actually want the handle to be bark, this would almost be impossible to make because you can't get a piece of bark that is shaped like that perfectly. So you have to make that bark artificial. I would love to see the finished product from Alevans. If they did end up making this and you watch this, very unlikely that you're seeing this, but I would love to see.
So they said
to see this. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna email you right now and see if you actually
ever got it
done.
We should see though if they sent it to us. But so they want to know though if you would think that it's hard to hand carve applewood. Have you ever carved applewood?
Well, I don't do a lot of hand carving. Like with knives, I usually use a Dremel, so I would say no, It's not. But, you know, I don't really see the point of hand carving. I guess there are a couple things that you can only do with hand carving, but I don't really see the point of things that you can get done faster with a Dremel, as long as you have control, I think are better and just faster, and you're just wasting your time. Or you want to be that fancy person that goes, oh, I hand carve out my stuff. I only use hand tools. It's like the people that make furniture by hand. Yeah, it's impressive. It's a cool talent. It's really, you know, the apocalypse, no more energy, you'll be good. You'll be able to like make some furniture.
You have to do it a little faster though.
That's great. But no, I'm saying like you find a place, you know, it's the apocalypse, you're trying to build something. You can, you know, hand tools, everything. People do it. People like woodworkers. There are woodworkers that only do hand tools, which is amazing. But it takes them 10 times as long to do the same thing. But it is a skill. It's a you know, I feel like it's like sending somebody a postcard or like a letter as opposed to just emailing them or texting them. You know, even emailing nowadays, it's like, dude, just text me, man. Yeah. Like, why are you?
Oh my God, voicemail.
Why are you calling me?
I get so annoyed when people leave me voicemails. I'm like, don't leave me a voicemail. Just text me.
I leave you voicemail sometimes.
I know.
Do you save them?
I love you. I do.
Thank you.
You're the only person I.
You never leave you never leave me a voicemail.
And my grandma.
Like a cute voicemail.
Do you really want a voicemail? I hate voicemail.
Yeah, I would love voice. I have a ton of voicemails from like my mom and stuff because I know that when she dies, at least I'll have.
Wow, this got depressing.
A dumb voicemail of my mom like butt dialing me and talking to my dad, probably yelling at him because that's usually what she does is yell at my dad. Anyway, I love this. I love this design. I would love to see your thing in the future. Raul, where are you from?
I am from the U.S. I am 11 years old and getting into wand making. It took me a while, but I got the right carving techniques to make wands.
So let's talk about these. The first one kind of looks like a broom.
I like the design of the pommel. Is that what you call it? But the other part's too skinny.
It is, yeah. It is very skinny compared to it. Yeah. I think if either the blade was a little fatter, or maybe even tapered a little bit more, like it was a little fatter and then got skinnier, It kind of does look like a broom though. I like the design, but like you said, I like the design of all three. I think that the middle one could deal with being a little bit skinnier. Tapered a little bit more, a little bit thinner. The bottom one I think has the best proportions out of all of them. And I think that one is the least ambitious, but the best executed.
Honestly, I'm pretty impressed. At 11 years old, I wouldn't have come up with anything close to this awesome.
That is true. And I am talking to you like you're not 11.
Yeah.
So that is, it is impressive for 11. And if you keep going, it's going to be even, you're not, I'm sure you've made more since then. And they've probably gotten even better. These are really like for, starting out, figuring out your tools and stuff. And I think as you get older, you'll be able to get some more tools. The more tools, the better. I always say, like it's because you'll find something that you can only do with a certain thing, and you don't realize that, hey, I don't have that thing yet. Like sometimes I'll draw something, and I won't be able to do it for like months because I haven't figured out how. Does that make sense? Or like, and I've had someone I start a wand and it just sits for a while because I'm like, I don't know how to do this. I've also had some that I started, I just like gave up on because I was like, this looks like crap. I don't like it. And then, but I have gone back to some and then did something else with it. So it's pretty cool. All right. Ooh, these are cute.
I think it's the same one, right?
There's two.
Oh, I see.
There are two wands here. So let's look at, let's read the thing first.
My name is, oh no, I don't want to say your name wrong. Levent. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. From Hungary.
Hello to Hungary.
So I updated a little bit. The last one I sent you and also made a new one. I didn't use clay. These are made of wood, and I used strings to build the decoration. Can't wait for your opinion. That's cool.
Oh, okay. I was wondering how you did that. I was like, did they have like some sort of little baby hot glue thing?
Yeah.
That like some little bead of stuff on there?
That's actually really cool.
So I'm going to just pull up this picture. So I really like it. I really like that technique. Let me know how you glued it. You glued it, obviously. It looks like there's a little bit of some glue residue around the edge of it.
You can see the texture of the string through it.
I actually like.
No, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, like, now that we understand what it is, it's actually really cool the way you did it.
I really like it. Nice lathe work as well. The whole thing was done on a lathe. I like the pattern. It's very classy. But I never thought about using string. Thank you for teaching me how to do that. Now,
you have some like leather strips. Leather strips you could use.
I really like it. And then the other one is a similar. Ooh, okay. This one's even fancier. All right, let's pull this one up. So
it's the same like
concept,
like base shape.
Oh,
right, but it looks so much different because of the design.
It is the same.
Pretty much. It's a little different, but...
Yeah, I think the very end is a little different.
It's more like conical.
The pommel, I would say the pommel is a little different. The ratio of the handle itself is a little different, but it's the same general idea. And this shows, like, even if you have the base similar, you can still do...
You can still trick Kivox into thinking it's a completely different design.
I mean, it is a completely different design.
No,
especially with the things. I really like the string idea, man.
I really like how this one has like the vertical pieces that go up.
Yeah, around the here. Hold on, let's pull this one up.
Yeah,
around the pommel part of it. I think that's
like that. It almost make it look stitched together.
That's my favorite part.
I like the ones on the bottom too, like on the actual
the hash marks or whatever. It
looks like something we have in the medical field where like you put it over like wounds and stuff.
Yeah.
Or it basically looks like the stuff that you put over like an orange or something when you buy like an individual.
Yeah. And also those finger traps.
Yeah.
It kind of has that style.
I really like these ones a lot.
Yeah, me too.
It's a really cool idea.
Nice job, Hungry. Leventi Krillgurther. Did I say it? Did I get it? Krillgurther.
No, Trillgurther.
Trillgurther.
I'm so sorry.
Here, let's have, no, she won't say it. Never mind.
A design.
Okay, we got a drawing on this one.
All right, so my name is...
TG.
There's a Ty.
Oh, Ty.
But just to make it easier, you can call me Ty. I am a 13-year-old boy who took a lot of inspiration from your wand videos to create my own wands. I hope you like it. That's cool.
All right. So what does that say there?
It says the bridge between the handle and blade, metal ring. So that's going to be a metal ring. This part is meant to look like a bound up piece of paper. Oh, I actually think that's really cool.
Yeah. I think you have a little too much going on, though.
Oh, wait. I like this. Made by Ty, but just for ease, call me Ty. I love that. My wand design, alderwood, color medium, unicorn hair core, surprisingly swishy, and 13 inches.
So, all right. Paper. So here's the thing, right? So like paper, if you roll it up, it doesn't really have that look to it. And it's really weird how you would have to do that. And also the way that it's drawn, I know it's hard to draw something because basically you would just have to draw it like this from the side and it wouldn't really look like anything. Now, if you're trying to draw like a piece of paper, let's do it with an angle like this. See if this actually, it's very difficult to get it to have that look with paper, right? So you probably can't even see it because it's probably too white. It's too light. You can't see the seams. You can kind of see it. Okay. So if you did that, it would basically look like that, which is really good. But then you can see here that you would have a lot of one design. What I would do for that is the part where it's the seam, the guard, basically, the seam between the handle and the blade. I would probably change that. Maybe don't include that. Maybe move that ring down to the bottom. Make the parchment papery part like the whole handle, and then make the blade. Give it that little curve. I always like those little the duck curves, the ducktail curve. But the little finger things around the end, I don't think you need it.
I kind of like it though. It kind of looks almost like dripping wax. Mm-hmm. Like the paper has like a wax seal.
Yeah, I thought about that. So I was going to say, if you did that, you could do the ring could be the wax.
Yeah.
You could do a little stamp on the ring, make it the wax.
But have it dripping.
Yeah. Or you could even instead of making the ring, make it wax. I think you could do one or the other. I don't think you should do both. The other thing would be if you made it like so that the blade continues and the blade is I'm getting an idea for a wand. I should probably make this because like this is inspiring me. So you were inspired by me, but now you're inspiring me. Mm-hmm. So I think that would be a cool idea with the handle and then wax. But I couldn't really make it. I'd have to make it out of epoxy, like a quick drying epoxy, quick hardening epoxy, so that it would harden. And then I could turn it and have it start dripping. Mm. Then hopefully I would just have to time it properly so that it drips and then hardens as it's dripping.
Candle wax.
No, because then it melts. Yeah, ship it. Imagine I ship it out to somebody and it's a hot day and they get it and it's just like a big mess of wax. Yeah, True. You could use wax. Really? Did you really think? Come on, Mick. Come on. Anyway, good job, man. There's the thing. I don't know how much you draw, but as soon as I saw the handle there, it almost looks like the way that you drew it. It looks like a shell, right? Because it's like the paper's basically it's here, but then it's doing this at the end.
Yeah.
Which I get. You drew it so that you know what it looks like, and we know what it looks like. But it doesn't make as much sense. Basically, at the end, I think you've seen one of the ones that I made that kind of like Hufflepuff inspired one that I made. It was like Hufflepuff colors. It was like a ribbon handle one too. I remember that one. That one was inspired by Jiraiya's wand that he made. That I was just like, ooh, I like that idea, Jiraiya. I'm gonna steal it.
I didn't know Jiraiya made a wand.
He made a wand. Yeah, He's fancy. He's a fancy boy.
This is wand submission number 9.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you've made some nice wands.
All right. So 3 wands for you today. This is Paul. The first one, number 20.
Hey guys, hold on. Let me know in the comments what you think about having Meekachii with me. I don't usually read.
You can be honest. It's fine.
I don't usually read the whole email. So that's one thing that she's been doing that I usually will pause the video, read it to myself, and then kind of summarize it. If you guys let me know if you like us reading the whole thing. But just understand too that like if you submit something, we're probably going to read the whole thing, unless it's like too long. Because some people will submit like 3 pages of essay, and I'm just like, no thanks, not today.
You can be honest. If you don't like me in these videos, Kivox can do them alone.
Well, I don't like you in these videos.
I know.
I'm just kidding. I love you.
Nah. The first one, number 20, was made out of a stick of what I presume to be spruce wood, which I found, and is 13 inches long. So that's that one. I love the wood design. Like the design of the wood itself. Like the what's the word I'm looking for? The
design,
natural,
the design of the wood itself.
like the actual natural aspect of the wood, the colorations it has in it.
Okay, so this is a branch, and you can tell by the way that they carved it. You can see all those lines and the little knots.
I like it.
No, it's good. It was done. It's a nice straight branch, so it doesn't look like a branch. The only reason I know is because of the knots. Because if you have a plank of wood, it doesn't have that, and then also the layers. Because remember. Wood grows in rings, right? Yeah. So when you cut back into that, so that the rings are like this, if you cut back into those rings, you're going to get layers. You're going to get layer marks. And that's exactly what you have here on all these little ends, which looks really cool.
I think it looks dope.
So just understand that you get a completely different style. But I also feel like you get less rigidity with branches, especially since some branch cores are like softer wood on the inside. It's kind of like the heart. It's like us. We're like softer on the inside, you know?
The next one, number 21, is made out of pear wood. Only 10.5 inches long, making it the shortest one I have made thus far. The reason for that was the length of the piece I used. Otherwise, it would have been longer. So I really like the color of this wood.
You're all about the color, huh?
I don't know. To me, that just
so
makes it.
Yeah. The only downside of it is that it is so short, so it makes it look stubby.
Maybe the only thing I could say is to make it look longer, you could have made the pommel shorter.
Well, so they could have done that, but the problem with that is that, by the way, this was by Paul.
Oh, in Germany.
Paul from Germany, yeah. So if they made it too small, you got to realize, like, if okay, here, let's go with this one. This one's a very skinny wand, right? But if I were to shorten it and make it this long, especially in the picture, this would look much fatter. So even if this is the same thickness, this would look fatter because it's so much shorter and it's a picture and it's kind of hard to tell. Now, if they were holding it, it would probably look better because you're holding it. Yes, it is a little chunky on the handle, but I think if it was a full size length, and correct, if they made that by itself, it would look more proportional, right? But if you then make it too small, then it's a fine line, especially when you're working with shorter wands. 10 inch, I try not to make wands small anymore. I find a way, like if I only have a short piece of wood, maybe I'll combine 2 pieces, make the handle out of something and the blade out of the whatever this was. What was it? Apple or something? Pear.
All right, put up the other one.
The design itself it's a little like simple, but it's done well. It's done very well. All right, now this one is probably another short one. Oh, this one's long.
Yeah. So the last one for today, number 22, was made for a friend who helped come up with the design, and it is unfortunately quite bulky. It is 14 3/4 inches of birch wood that I painted black, and most of the shaping was done with a wood chisel. It's the first time I used one of those, so I'm still quite happy about the shape, even if it turned out too thick.
Yeah, it looks super organic-y.
It reminds me of one of your old ones.
Yeah, I can see it, yeah. But it's the style.
Heart, right? Maybe I'm making stuff up.
There's Agony's Knot, if you remember that one. Leonard bought that one, and it had some cool twisties on it. But that was one of the few ones that we actually named. I like it. I think it's fine. I do agree it is a little chunky, but some people like them chunky. You know what I'm saying? Harley?
Yeah. First wand. Hope you enjoy it.
I actually like it.
I really like
the handle, the pommel,
it
right?
looks very organic. Dude, and like you pulled like a tree root out of the ground and just cut off like part of it.
Problem I'm having is
it's on cardboard.
No, that's fine. I don't care. So the problem I'm having is the why did you take the picture vertical when the wand is clearly horizontal? You see? That's my only problem that I have with
don't
this.
Don't feel bad, guys, because he yells at me for this all the time.
Because it's silly. Like, why would you do that? Come on.
He yells at me for the same thing all the time.
Other than that, like,
it's a little thick on the end.
It's a little thick on the end, but
it should be a little more tapered.
Like,
but
this could be so good.
I really like that pommel.
It's a broken like branch, which just looks really good. Like, honestly, it looks really good. I would just taper from the guard down a little bit more, and then this thing would be dope magoat, man. Yeah, that's it. This is honestly
pretty good for your first one.
This is honestly like a blue. You know, it really is. It's like a blue.
Ooh.
All right, here we go. This is another nice one.
All right, so my name is Mike. First, let me apologize for the aspect ratio.
You God.
The fact that people know that they have to apologize for that. It looks like it's on cheesecloth. I forgot to take a landscape photo before selling. I hope rotating the image helps. Attached is a one I made from maple and finished with Danish oil. I made for a friend's mom, inspired by Professor McGonagall's wand. I really like this wand. It's very simple, but I just love like the organic, like I keep saying organic, but like the natural like
grain.
Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. I think it looks really cool.
The organic marks that happen from naturalism.
The way you made the wand and the way the grain turned out with the wand looks really cool.
Yeah. I don't have anything bad to say about it. It's a good wand. It's, it seems like you did what you were trying to accomplish. So the only time I like to give tips is like if I, would change something or maybe try to do it a different way.
Yeah, I don't change anything.
But there's nothing there. Nothing bad to say. It's not like, oh my God, I can't. Like that last one, I really like that handle, the pommel. But like,
I really like the way the grain worked with this one.
All right, we got a drawing here. What's this?
Okay. This is the first one I sent to you. Please check it. Kivox, if you like it, make it. Do me a favor and keep it in your collection. Love from India.
Oh, I don't think I get it. I don't think I forget it.
No, and it's cool that they were like, do me a favor and keep it in your collection. Normally we get people like, make this wand for me, send it for me free.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you understand how expensive that is?
Okay, but
anyway.
It's multiple types of wood.
So you have birch wood, acacia wood, and a gem.
Okay, yeah, I mean, it's
I could definitely see you getting inspiration from this.
Yeah, the gem thing, I've made a couple of those. It's just hard to find a gem that looks good.
They usually look cheesy that big.
Yeah. But
buy me a diamond. If you do, I'm not putting it in a wand.
I've bought you diamonds before. You have diamonds that you don't wear.
No.
Okay?
No.
Yeah, you do. Literally, you wearing one right now?
No.
Exactly. I bought you literally one for home, and guess what you don't do? You never freaking wear it. I wear my ring every day, 24/7, all the time. Never take it off. Okay, everybody knows I'm married. But some people don't like don't like when people know they're married or something. I don't know what it is. What's your deal, dude? Let's talk about it.
Because my ring is dirty and it can't.
What about the one you wear at home?
That I have no excuse.
Okay. I like the design.
I feel like it's like 3 different wands in one, though. Like, I feel like you could get inspiration from each piece. It's just too much in one. Except for the blade.
No, because
that dotted part looks like one style type. This, like, top part looks almost like a different style
that's
type.
like
and
the
then
wood,
having the gem.
I believe that's supposed to be the wood grain.
Oh.
Yeah, the little lines are just kind of like the wood grain. It definitely has a Harry Potter or Ron Weasley styling to it. With the bark,
but not the gem part.
And the not the gem part, but like the main handle part of it. It's cool. It's a good design. It could look really good. I would like to know what like the little black rings are around it. What the idea there was, just to see. Maybe I'll make something like it. But it just sucks if I make it and I can't sell it, so I'd have to keep it. I've opened too many pictures. Geez, I really have opened too many pictures. How many are there? We talked about a lot of wands. All right.
Is this next one an end one?
All right, next up we have one from
Belgium.
What's the name, Meek?
Oh no. Wivy.
Wivy. W-I-V-Y.
I'm so sorry for saying that wrong. I'm a fellow wand maker, so I submitted 5 wands for the wand review videos. I also added the length and type of wood in case you wanted to know.
Very nice. Okay, so these are all
really good. So
all
far.
very nice. So we're going to start off with this one. Also, aspect ratio. Look at that. Look, somebody listened to me, and look at that. We can show the whole wand, and it looks great. and it just like
I like the weathered wood it's sitting on. I don't know why I keep looking at the background, but like it makes a difference to me. So this one is 13 1/8 inch cherry wood.
It's simple design, but it's a nice design.
I like the dark part.
A little burned. It's burned.
Yeah,
it's a little burned part of it.
Cool. I like it.
It looks good. Mm-hmm. It looks good. I mean, here's the thing. When wands are really good, I say almost nothing about them. I'm just like, yeah, it's good. I really like it. This one, I also really like.
Says alder buckthorn wood made out of a branch.
Nice.
It's 11 inches.
11 inches. Has a nice little burnt
end.
It
almost looks like stone. I really like that.
It's just a finish on it.
I know, but
It's the finish and the lighting that it's giving you. But they definitely sanded it down really nice. You know, that's what gives it that extra look.
I really like this one. I don't know why, but I do.
So I'm not a fan of the wavy.
I am. I like it.
Okay, cool. You don't, because I've shown you some that you don't like, okay? So the reason you like this one is because as opposed to being a lot of people make them like this top one here, where they really go ham with the waviness, and they keep the same thickness throughout the whole thing. Maybe they'll taper it a little bit, but if you look at this picture, you'll see that here we kind of like gave it a little bit of like more of a wave, right? Where here it's a little thicker, and then here
you just don't bring the wave up as much on the opposite side.
So exactly, and that kind of gives it more of an organic look, and that's why this looks good. But it's difficult to do the wave and not make it look bad. So this is good work.
This says 12 1/8 inch walnut.
Nice.
This is 13 1/2 inch maple.
Yeah, I like it.
It almost looks like the string. It's got to be string, right? Like
yeah,
thread.
It's string.
It almost looks like it's like squeezing into the wood for some reason. Is it?
I know it's not. I don't think they carved into it, but that's something that I've done before, and I've seen other people do it, where you carve it out and then you line the thing through it. It looks pretty good. I like it. The only nitpick that I could have right here is the ring on the guard does not go all the way down to the bottom where it touches the string, like the bottom pommel part of it does, and therefore it makes it look like it's a ring that's on there as opposed to being a part of it. And also the wand itself there's probably a little bit of a gap if you look at it from the top of the ring where it doesn't sit perfectly flush. I'm just basing it on the picture. It's a little bit lower resolution, so it's harder to tell. And we can't really see an angle from the front. But that's the only nitpick that I have, is that ring could have slid down a little bit more, and then the taper from the guard wouldn't be as noticeable. But other than that, it's really good.
14-inch cherry handle and ash blade. I really like this one.
I really like it. The only thing that I don't... Sorry, it's a really good wand. All of your wands are very good. They're like...
Did we say they were from Belgium?
Yes, I believe so. They are very good. The only thing that I don't like is the metal thing, but only because I can see the ends like sticking up, and they're probably pretty sharp. And I think you glued the rest of it, but you need to figure out a way to get those ends either tucked underneath or trimmed or sanded down, but they look too much like wire that's wrapped.
Too clean and fresh for burnt wood underneath.
Yeah, but maybe like they were burnt and they were hot, so then when you put them on, they burned on. That's not what happened. They obviously burned it and then put it on. But that's like the idea. That's how I would look at it. Like if I made something like that.
I like it because the end. I like the shape of the end because it kind of looks like a broom that you have tied up.
Yeah. No, I like the metal. I want it to be better. I expect more from you. And I say that because like this is really good work. So it's like I expect that extra 10%. You know what I mean? So it's like the better you are, the harder I judge you. The the newer and, you know, more inexperienced you are, the more nice I am, I feel like. Because like I try to, you know, I don't want to I don't want to discourage anyone from continuing to do stuff, because you're only going to get better the more you work. But if you're already really good, I'm going to look for the little things that I expect, like that I look on my stuff, you know, like I look, like sometimes I'll show you stuff and you're like, oh, it looks good. I'm like, nah, it's still not good. I can't put this up yet and I need to figure it out. All right. I mean, other than that, I think these are my favorite sets, my favorite set of wands for today.
Yeah, probably.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's see. There was another good one here.
There were some pretty good ones though.
Oh yeah, the drawing
of the rose
from Jean was really good too. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. If you want to submit your wands, send them over to newwandsday@gmail.com, and make sure to send them in the aspect ratio. It makes it a lot easier for me to actually, you know, show off the wands. We've had a couple, like a bad year recently, so we're trying to get back onto the routine of regular videos and stuff. So if you want to show support, make sure to subscribe, leave a comment, let us know which one you like the most out of all of these. Like the people that made these obviously like to, you know, I'm sure they would appreciate it. Like, oh, this was so good, from Belgium. I don't know how to say their name. So it's always nice, and let us know if we want, or let us know if you want her back so she can do some more reading. She's my reader, so it helps me get along. And also, if we both have to do it, we're more likely to probably do it as well. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Do you have any final thoughts? When are you going to make your wand and submit it? Next year when we get the shop open? I think so. I think next year when the shop is up, we're going to do a video about it. It's going to be so much fun. And then that'll be your new wand. Or maybe you can make my wand and I'll make your wand. We'll make a practice one, and then after that, you got to do it by yourself.
Yeah, right.
Come on. And I'll just help you. I'll just give you.
This sounds like.
Let us know, guys. If we get enough likes on this video, we're going to have to do it. We just need to get 10 likes.
No.
Give us 10 likes.
No way. More like 2,000.
10 likes. We won't get 2,000 views. So we. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in this video. Bye.